Hey guys, well, I've been struggling with making this tutorial video, so I'm really sorry to have left you hanging there. Um, Hopefully my instructions are clear and maybe you've just already even tried it, but I wanted to make a little video at least about my attempt at a tutorial and a couple things I've noticed, like demoing my kit, and just to like explain a few things about my instructions a little bit more than what could fit on that card. So basically I want to make sure you know there's like lots of different ways to make a salve. There's variables of heat and length of time. So some people like to do cold infusions. You leave those for longer, and you can leave the warm infusion for longer, like intermittent heat, than the 3 to 6 hours that I said in my kit. When I demoed it, I had like a super busy week, and so what I ended up doing actually was leaving it on low on my warmer zone on my stove for like 4 hours per evening for 4 nights actually. So I started it on Monday and then I finished it on Friday, just because things got kind of crazy. So that's totally fine if you like start the project and then don't follow through. And then, so that's temperature and duration. Some people also use fresh plant material, but there's the chance that that will go moldy or go off because the water content in the plants, like water and oil don't mix, right? And water can make the oil go rancid faster. So I find dry plant material is just less stress. It's kind of an easy place to start, but that also relates to one of my first instructions, which is make sure all your tools are dry. And that is why, because if you get any water introduced into the salve, it's really hard for it to evaporate because oil floats on top of water. So if water gets in, it'll sit underneath and it won't be able to get out and evaporate. So at each step, make sure everything's clean and dry. When you put your jar of herbs in water to heat up. When you take it out, dry the jar off before you do anything. Make sure you have clean, dry hands when you're squeezing out the, like straining the herbs. And yeah, at each step, just make sure everything's dry. So one of the things I found when I was using the kit is that the envelopes were kind of hard to open. Like the glue, it was just really sticky. So I would suggest, maybe if that's annoying you, like you can get into it. You could either open it on the other side, like the shorter flap, not the wider flap. That'll open up easier. Or you could use scissors. You don't want to open up on the shorter flap with the beeswax envelope, because I put the little capsule of vitamin E on top on the other side, and you don't just want to like dump the whole capsule in there. Now, another thing I found out is that the recipe makes a little bit too much for the jars, which is funny because they're supposed to hold 50 mils each, and the recipe makes 100 mils, so that should be perfect, I thought. But it filled mine up like right to the top. So that's totally fine, but you could make a little less. You know, you can add a little less. The 110 mils, or like half of the jar, ended up being a little extra, so I held some of the oil back to bring it down to 80 mils to make the recipe. And then even with 80 mils and the 20 mils beeswax, it was like really full jars at the end. So you might want to either have, if you're gonna leave more than 80 mils of oil and just add the beeswax to that, I would suggest getting another little container ready so that you can pour the extra salve or just the extra oil beforehand into something else. So I would suggest having like a mini little jam jar that you get from hotels, like those little ones, or you can just put it in like a little dish and you can use that first. But having like another something to put that in. You could just leave it in the jar as well, but it might be harder to get out. So just something to know, this might make a little bit more than what fits in those two containers, and that's really interesting and something I will adjust next time I make a kit. I was really excited about this, and I wanted to put it out, and I should have done a little bit more testing and planning beforehand. So anyway, bonus salve, I guess. You get a little extra. Another thing is the beeswax takes like quite a while to melt. You might have to turn the heat up a little bit for that. I still would suggest keeping it below boiling if you can, or just really low boil for not too long to melt the beeswax. And give yourself some time, like, so that you're around and in the house when it gets ready. Like, don't expect it. I think I said it should take about half an hour in my instructions. And I guess if you turn it up warm enough and like the oil starts out warm, maybe it could take half an hour, but I didn't have it up high enough for it to only take half an hour when I did it. And so I was just suggest turning the heat up a little with melting the beeswax. You still don't want to get the oil too hot, but you might want to add a little bit more heat and give it some time. It takes a while to melt. The next thing is, I said in my instructions, let cool overnight before you put the lids and the labels on, and that is just because of condensation. So you don't want to put it on and then have condensation inside the lid. Again, don't want water to get in your salve. So just, yeah, leave it overnight. Then you can put the lids on. Write on the labels before you put them on the jar. I mean, you don't have to, but it'll be easier. And then, yeah, you are good to go. So this salve should last about 2 or 3 years. It depends on some things, the storage of it, if any water got in, etc. The vitamin E is a mild preservative, and that's why I included it. So it does extend the shelf life, but that depends on what oil you use. Some oils have a longer shelf life, and it also depends on if you put essential oil in. So if you do decide to put essential oil in, again, just do a little research about what's safe topically. Oil does have a shelf life, so basically should be good for 2 to 3 years. Keep a sense of smell, and when you notice it starting to change, and sometimes it changes texture a little bit too, then it's probably done. Salve is really versatile, so really use it on everything. You've got some of the properties of the plants that are in there, info about that in your kit, and definitely use it there, but like, just know it's going to be moisturizing, it's going to speed up healing, it's going to take heat and itchiness and pain away. And so just put it on your lips, on your hands, on any skin thing you've got. Put it on like dry heels and whatever. Just don't be shy using it. It's pretty versatile. So maybe I will put a few of the clips of me like trying out the kit here, just to give you a visual on a couple things. And let me know if you have any questions. Again, I'm sorry that this took me so long to put out a little video for you guys, and I'm sorry that it's not more proper tutorial and nicely edited, but it was getting a bit overwhelming. It's been a bit of a crazy week and crazy while. Good in ways, but I just I didn't feel good about the the video that I was making, so sorry about that, and I hope this helps with making it. And again, yeah, feel free to reach out with any questions, and here are some visuals. I just take like a little pot, I put it in here, I'll fill that up with water to above the level of the oil, you know, not a full pot, but above the level of the oil. And I will put that on the warmer zone on my stove because I find that gets about the right heat, and just keep the water so that I can put my fingers in it, but it's, you know, warming the oil up. And I'll just give this a little swish around whenever I think of it, like every half an hour or so while that's extracting. You just don't want the water to boil. You don't want to fry the herbs. If you have a double boiler, great. You can use a yogurt incubator or a slow cooker if the slow cooker's lower setting is low enough. I like to use a strainer like this to just sort of hold the cheesecloth. I really love these little mini rubber spatulas. Pour the oil through the strainer, and I'll just scrape this out. You could use a regular size scraper or just a spoon, and then you could like wipe out any little leafy bits that are still in there before you put this back in the jar. Scrape it out nicely. We'll take our capsule and we'll just open it up and squeeze it in there. Your infused oil, your beeswax, and your vitamin E all in there, and then you can just put the lid back on, pop it back in your pot of water. Let's see if I can make them just really full here. Okay, I'm back to finish these off. So I got a little drip on the outside of the jar there, so I'm just gonna use like a small piece of paper towel to just clean that up. So you just find one of those. Pull the back off the sticker. Line it up. And smooth from the center out. There you go. Okay, a couple more things. In my instructions, I say, once beeswax is melted, wait 5 more minutes, then take the jar out and dry it off. So that 5 minutes is just about tempering the beeswax. So if you don't do this, it's fine. Like if you take it out as soon as it's melted and pour it, it's not a big deal, but the texture might be a little bit crystally because the beeswax just, I guess, doesn't get a chance to fully incorporate. So tempering it for 5 minutes, just leaving it on heat 5 minutes longer after it has fully melted, just helps the texture of the salve be more smooth, and yeah, it just makes it a little nicer. So that's why that instruction. And one more thing, the salve may get like a little dent or slump in the middle just from uneven cooling, and this is like a total non-issue. But if you want like a super smooth top, you can put your jars in the oven on the lowest setting before you pour the finished salve in. So heat them up before you put the finished salve in. And then once you pour it in, you can turn off the oven and put them back in there so that it'll cool down more evenly and slowly. With just 2, I think they would cool down too quickly in the air, and that's why I'm suggesting putting them back in the oven. So just like bonus tip if you want to make like nice smooth top. And I think that's it, guys. So I really hope you have fun with this, and I hope this helps, and I hope you're enjoying your summer, and we'll chat to you soon. Okay, bye.